We're starting with the chapter and it's called electric current. Okay.
Okay.
So what do you mean by the word current?
So flow of electrons.
Okay. What about Adam?
Passage of electrons through a circuit.
Okay. Both of you are right, but right now did I ask about current with respect to electricity, or I just asked you about a current?
Just a current.
So in English, current means something which is running.
Yes.
Okay. For example, we always have river current. What do we have?
River current.
We have current affairs, right?
Yes.
We ask people, right? आजकल क्या चल रहा है?
Yeah.
What is running on today? What is the moving news right now? Current affairs.
Yes, current news.
Current news. So current means something which is running. Clear?
Yes.
So in terms of electricity, it has different meaning. Let's talk about that. So does it mean shock?
Yes.
Yes, it does mean.
It doesn't mean shock, but it can give you a shock. Okay? It
Yes.
can give you a shock. Current in physics does not mean a shock. Okay?
Yes.
These are all the associated things. Like if you associate, like I say food. So food is everything.
Yes.
But I'm talking about, say, Chinese food. So will roti sabzi be a Chinese food?
No.
It is not a Chinese food.
It is not the Chinese food. Similarly, current does not mean shock. Yes, current and shock and all these things are connected because it is all about electricity. But current is not shock. Got it?
Yes.
Like roti sabzi is not the Chinese food. Similarly, current is not shock. Okay?
Yes.
Very good. So electric shock is an injury caused by electric current and not electric current itself.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay? Chalo, next. So current basically means flow. Current means flow.
So,
Flow. I told you the flowing news or the running news. Current means river current. We don't have lake current. Have you heard about lake current?
no.
No.
You heard about river current. Why? Because river is flowing.
Yes.
So we always associate flow with current. And now that we are learning the chapter called electric current, we can say that electricity which is flowing will be called as current electricity.
Yes.
Yes.
Clarity?
Yes.
Sir, so that is there a situation where electricity does not flow?
No. Electricity will always flow.
There is a situation where electricity does not flow. And that is called static electricity. Remember when you have a comb or a scale and you rub it in your hair and then you stick it to bits of paper, it clings to the scale. So there static electricity is working. There is no flow of electrons going on.
Yes.
Arav, does it make sense?
It makes sense.
Yeah. So we have water current. We also have when the wind flows from one place to another, we call it as a wind current as well, because wind is also flowing.
Yes.
Current.
Yes.
And water current. So electric current is what, sir? Electric current is a flow of electrons in the conductor. Electric current is a flow of electrons in the conductor. If I have a plastic, will the current flow?
No, because it's
No.
an insulator.
It's a non-conductor, or you can say it is an insulator. So on insulator, what happens, sir? On insulator, the electrons just stay where they are, the way they were on the scale.
Yes.
Scale पे आपने जब भी अपने बाल को घिसा था, what happened? The charges were built, but they couldn't flow anywhere because it is not a conductor. Hence, because it did not flow anywhere, we call it to be as a static electricity. And
Yes.
if the electrons are flowing, we call it as a current electricity.
Yes.
Make sense?
Yes.
This is a major difference that you have to understand before going into the chapter.
Yes.
Corresponding answer, and this is much more apt for a physics student, wherein we say about the electric current is the amount of charge flowing through a particular cross-sectional area of a conductor in the unit time. This is much better in explanation. And we don't use the word electron over here, we use the word charge. Why do we use the word charge and not electrons?
Because charge is anyways flowing electrons.
No. Have you learned in chemistry electroplating?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So there was a cell and then there was a liquid.
Electrolyte.
Electrolyte. That liquid is called electrolyte. And the
Yes.
electrolyte had charges. Both anions as well as cations, right?
Yes.
And they were flowing from here to there, from one anode to one cathode or one electrode to another electrode.
Yes.
So where are electrons involved? No, electrons are not involved. The charges are flowing there.
Yes.
So to make it much more better, the answer to be much more better, we use this format or this definition.
Yes.
Clarity.
Yes.
So now onwards, whenever you talk about electric current, is not about electrons, it is about the charge. If a charge is flowing from one place to another, be it an electron, or be it an anion, or a cation, or a positive proton, whatever, if a charge is moving, it can be called as a current, electric current.
Yes.
Any charge for that matter, any charge, okay?
Any charge.
Any charge which moves can be called to be as a electric current. And now, what is the cross-sectional area?
So it's an end-on area of a particular
it's a red color area. If I have a big pipe or a wire and I cut it, so the exposed part which you see over here after cutting is called as the cross-section.
So it's like a circular cross-sectional area in a pipe.
True. That is how it is. I just explain it on my video as well. Pay attention.
Sir,
Tell me.
sir, your voice is lagging a bit.
Yeah, I do understand. So I have this thing and I cut it. Okay, I cut it. What do you see over here when I cut?
Circle.
Circle.
Called as a cross section. Clear?
Yes.
That's the cross section. Better?
Yes.
So what is the denotation or the notation which we use for physics for electric current as a quantity? That is given by I.
I
is called as the electric current as a quantity, and that has a formula of amount of charge, which is Q upon time T. I call it IMQT.
Yes. So
Okay.
yes.
You can also write IMQT. You can remember it that way.
I is equal to Q upon T.
Yeah. So just to remember, you can use the word IMQT.
Yes.
So we can say I is equal to Q by T.
T.
These are the symbolic forms. The unit of electric current is ampere.
Ampere.
That's ampere. Clarity?
Yes. Ampere. Amps.
Yes. Now see, pay attention. A over here has to be small because we are not considering ampere as a scientist. You know, in English, if we have a capital A written over here and this is a name, it is a noun. So if I write capital A M-P-E-R-E, that means I'm talking about Ampere the scientist. If I write small a M-P-E-R-E, that means I'm writing the unit.
Okay.
Yes.
Just want to write 5 capital A, then it will be only capital A. 5 capital. If you're writing the whole thing 5 A-M-P-E-R-E, then you have to write it as small. Otherwise, it will be 5 Ampere, matlab 5 scientists. जिनका नाम Ampere. ये गलत हो जाएगा. So in IGCSE, be very careful about this part as well.
Yes.
You can take a screenshot
Okay.
and please copy. It's okay.
Potential difference is voltage, right?
Yes, both are voltages only. Okay. So what makes the charges flow? We know that we
A
have got
potential difference makes them flow from a
yes,
higher potential to a lower potential.
lower potential. Over here also there's a difference. Difference of what potential?
Gravitational potential.
Yeah.
And this gravitational potential is only available if it has mass.
Mass.
Okay.
If it has
Yeah.
no mass, there is no potential difference, right?
Perfect. Perfect. And in the case of temperature also, the heat energy will flow from a heated body, which is A, to B. Why? Because that is at a higher temperature. So heat flows from a higher temperature to a lower temperature.
Yes.
Similarly, in charges, the charges will flow from a point of higher potential to a point of lower potential.
Yes.
In cells, we always have two potential terminals, which is positive terminal and negative terminal. Positive terminal is considered as a higher electrical potential, and negative terminal is called to be as a lower electrical potential. Okay.
Yes.
This high and low will again form something called as a difference. They will have a difference between them. The difference between the higher potential and the lower potential is called as
Potential difference.
difference. Does it make sense?
Yes.
Very good. So what is the function of the cell? Why do we add a cell?
They are told
The
to create
potential.
potential.
Pay attention. Pay attention. Did you understand there is a positive and a negative?
Yes.
If there is a positive and there is a negative, then you have a potential difference. And because there is a potential difference, there is a flow. Got it?
Yeah.
Yes.
What is the SI unit of potential difference?
Volt.
Voltage. Okay. Clarity?
Yes.
Now,
Is electricity is a flow of
Charges
charges.
passing through the
again, wrong answer.
Yeah.
That's a wrong answer. Electricity is nothing but it is just study of charges. Did I use the word current electricity? No. Did I use static electricity? No.
No.
I did not use that. So when I use the word only electricity, it just means study of charges. Study. Then later, if it is the charges are not moving anywhere, then we call that to be a static electricity. And if the charges are moving, then we call it to be as current electricity. Make sense?
Yes.
In current electricity, we have got two. One is alternating current. Okay? Pay attention. Pay attention. Don't copy. Don't copy. Don't copy. I'll give you time. So one is alternating current. What happens in alternating current? In alternating current, the current is variable and changes direction every half cycle. This is what comes at our homes. Okay?
Yes.
It is called AC. And then there is a DC. What does DC mean? DC means constant current and unidirectional current.
Yes.
Constant and unidirectional currents are given by the devices which use battery. Okay,
Yes.
battery. So your iPad, your phone, your laptop, calculator, watches, all these work on direct current and hence have batteries. Your
Yes.
fan, tube light, refrigerator, geyser, all these work on AC and hence they don't have any battery, they have wires connected.
Yes.
Just operated via the switches. Got it?
Yes.
Very well. So where do we use them? The AC circuits are all the major appliances, fans, tube lights, AC motors, fridge, air conditioner. For DC, we have battery operated devices like laptop, watches, calculator, and mobile phones.
So when the current
Conditions.
goes, but sir, when
Yeah.
there's a power cut, then the fans would not work. And not
Yeah.
everybody has AC in their house. Like
It's
they will
not AC. Pay attention. This AC does not mean air conditioner wala AC. The AC that you operate. It's not
Alternating.
AC.
I was
AC
meaning
is alternating current.
I was meaning alternating current, but not everybody has alternating current in our house. So how come if there's a power cut, the fan is just becoming off? It would it take another direction and keep working?
No. Alternating current ka meaning will be the power cut means power cut. Alternating current has also stopped. And therefore fan will stop. Got it?
Yes.
Alternating current I'll teach you in detail later on. Right? Not right now. In our IGCSE syllabus, we'll be just learning about the DC. Okay? And the
Yes.
last part when we learn about electromagnetic induction, that time is where the AC is going to come. So don't worry about it. I'll teach you in depth. Right now, just understand where it is used.
Yeah.
How it is operating will come later.
Yes.
Conditions for charges to flow. What are the conditions? What needed? What is needed? So very first condition for the charge to flow is that there should be a potential difference. What has to be there?
Potential difference.
Then there has to be a path or a complete circuit. Does
Yeah.
your fan or a light operate when the switch is off?
No.
No.
So what happens when you switch it on? You basically
The circuit is completed.
the circuit is completed. Perfect. Secondly, if I have plastic or a rubber ka wire, will the condition follow or will the charge
No.
flow?
No.
No, they
No,
won't because
insulator.
charges, there have to be free charges. There has to be conductors. तभी तो current बनेगा.
Yes.
Electrons नहीं है तो कैसे बनेगा?
Yeah.
Okay. So
Yes.
why does the current flow? You understood higher potential to lower potential concept?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So water is falling from a higher potential point to a lower potential point. We know that. So
Yes.
water flows from higher gravitational potential to a lower gravitational potential.
Yes.
So similarly, charges flow from higher electrical potential to a lower electrical potential. But right now, see now, one case. If the potential difference is zero, then the charges will not flow.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Example. On your table, just drop a little water. Drop a
Drop.
little water and see where will it flow?
It will flow from the bottle
Nowhere.
onto the floor.
No, on the table. If it is on the table, where will it flow? From the table, where will it go?
From the table, it will just spread out.
It will just spread out. It will not flow anywhere. Why? Because the table is flat.
And the same gravitational potential energy. So there's no
Perfect.
difference.
There is no difference. So if there is no difference, there is no flow.
Yes.
Similarly, in potential also, if there is no difference, then there is no flow. Can you see this chidiya? Panchi?
Yeah.
I've heard that it doesn't get shocked if it sits on a live
Yes, the
wire.
reason is the same because see the potential on the left leg is 200 and the potential on the right leg is also 200. Is
Yes.
there any potential difference? No.
No. And when we
Because
sit
there is
on a
no
live
potential
wire,
difference, because there is no potential difference, there is no flow through the bird.
Yeah.
Got it?
yes, but If we sit on a like live wire, we get shocked. The bird doesn't get shock at all.
Here, friend, see, pay attention. Now this is say, Arav, can I take you as an example over here?
Or take me.
It will be a comedy thing. Don't take it too hard. I'm just making comedy so that you remember. Okay?
Okay.
Okay? Works?
Yes.
Or should I take Agam?
Take Agam.
Okay, Agam come. So this is our Agam boy. Okay. Agam took a challenge and he just ran over on a pipe. अरे चिड़िया को शॉक नहीं लगा ना मेरे को भी नहीं लगा. And he just got up on the wire. Now Agam was having fun because he learned physics from me. So he knew अगर मेरे दोनों हाथ मैंने हाथ पकड़ के रखे दोनों पे पोटेंशियल जो है वो सेम ही रहेगा क्योंकि यहाँ पे भी 200 है लेफ्ट पे भी और राइट पे भी 200 है.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So because there is no potential difference, I will not get shocked. So he was
Yes.
just in your, what is the school's name? आपका स्कूल का नाम क्या है?
Euro school.
Yes.
Euro school. So you both went to Euro school and Agam was acting smart. See, I will tango by myself on the wire and nothing will happen. And Euro school kids did not know anything. So Agam was acting, you know, अरे मैं बहुत बड़ा scientist too and all these things. Then Arav got jealous. Arey, he is acting too smart. Let me teach him a lesson. So what Arav did, Arav went and took an iron rod. What? Iron rod, and stuck it to Agam's leg and touched it to the ground. Arav, are you paying attention?
Yes, I'm paying attention.
Did you see what did you do? You took a rod and touched it to the ground from here. This was an iron rod. What happened now? This is 200 volts over here and the ground is always considered as 0 volt.
Yes.
Potential difference.
So is there a
Potential
potential difference now? Yes.
Yes.
Is
Of
there a
Yes.
path
200.
available? Pay
That's why
attention.
not
One more.
passes.
Is there a path available?
Yeah.
Yes, now there's
Yes,
a path.
there's a path. Are there free electrons available? Yes, because it's an iron
Yes,
rod and his
iron
body
rod.
also has certain ions in his body and blood. There will be a flow and Agam is going to have a lot of fun.
It's gonna have a shock. Okay.
Okay, got it?
Yes.
Understood?
Yes.
Clarity?
Understood.
Yes, very good. Agam, does it make sense?
Yes.
Yes.
So there has to be three conditions. One, the condition number one is potential difference has to be there. Condition number two, the circuit should be complete. There should be a complete path between higher potential and the lower potential.
Okay.
Okay. And lastly, it should have free electrons. Next day, now Agam got very, finicky. अरे आरव ने तो मेरा पूरा, स्टेटस ही खत्म कर दिया. इतना अच्छा स्कूल में सब मेरे को इज्जत दे रहे थे. And he just, made fun of me. Now let me do something else. So now today, what will Agam do? He will wear rubber cloth, completely rubber. Next day, what he does? Rubber cloth. और वो पूरा rubber cloth पहन के आ जाता है. And now he does it again. Arav and Agam.
Yes.
Pay attention. Agam went up, just got himself stuck there with a rubber cloth. Arav today also took a rubber iron car rod and stuck it. Will the current flow?
No.
No.
No. Why? There is no complete path available.
Yeah.
Path is broken by the rubber cloth. Got it?
Also, yes, there should always be a path for electrons to flow.
There
Continuous.
shouldn't. There has to be a continuous path for electron to flow. Otherwise, the current will not flow. Even if there is 200
Yes.
and 200 volts and 0, sir, potential difference is available. Still, the current will not flow. Why? There's no continuous path available. And that is why we use switches. The switch basically controls the path. Understood?
Yes.
And whenever you are operating any electrical device, suppose घर पे कुछ खराब हो गया है, suppose mom tells you, अरे Arav, Agam, please check the bulb is not working. Can you do something about it? always wear a rubber sleeper and then touch it,
Yes.
so that you are not connected to the ground. So all electricians use rubber slippers. Remember, it is not because they are very, they don't have money, they wear rubber slippers. It is because they want to safeguard themselves. Therefore, they wear rubber slippers. Got
Okay.
it? Paragon. Paragon.
Can I go to the washroom actually?
Yeah. No problem. Please go. Understood? Both of you?
Yes.
Agam, is it clear? Yeah.
Yeah.
So who provides this PD? Cell or battery?
Yes.
For the day, and we are winding up today. Bas, khatam ho gaya. We are done with the chapter 20%. Huh?
Okay.
20% of the chapter is almost done now. I think by when do you have holidays right now in March? 24th.
Okay. So
No,
now
it's
only the
till
holidays are
25th.
going on.
Come again.
25th.
25th. Today is 15th.
No, 14th.
14th. चलो ठीक है तो अपना electricity will be done by the time you are going back to your school. The entire April you will be operational.
No.
Then when are you getting
Till
holidays?
19th April only.
Okay, so post 19th April you have holidays.
Yes.
Got it. No problem. So in your vacation itself, we'll cover a lot of stuff. Okay.
Yeah.
Some days I will take twice. Just let me know which days are comfortable for you all. If you're not going out or you don't have any activity, I might take twice also.
Sir, today,
Sorry, today?
today we can do.
Today I'm not free, but let me check. Let me see if I get free early, we'll have one more.
Okay.
So we don't have to worry about the April ka time when you have school.
Yes.
Chalo, arrow back.
Yes, back.
Okay. So last part for the day. Who provides the PD, potential difference? It is a work of a
potential
cell or a battery.
Yes.
Function of a cell or a battery.
battery.
Cell is a single cell. Battery is when multiple cells you connect together.
Yes.
A lot of cells in line, series or whatever, then it is called the battery. If it is a single thing, then it is a cell.
Yeah.
Your remote, what do you use? Battery or cell?
Battery.
Battery.
Battery. Why? Because there are two cells.
Yes.
In majority of the application, you use two cells, pencil cells, and therefore that is called as a battery and not a cell. Clarity?
Yeah.
Yes.
Clarity. Three friend story and other things we'll be doing in the next class. Bye for today. Did you understand everything?
Yes, I
Yes.
understood everything.
Okay, good.